What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the J.Meaney review. I'm J.Meaney, and today I want to talk about Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Before we get started, I just want to say, if you like what you see, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, I'm going to spoil Marvel's Spider-Man. I'm going to spoil it. I can't talk about this new game without spoiling Marvel's Spider-Man. If you haven't played Marvel's Spider-Man by now,
come back later.
Now, this caught me completely off guard. I didn't think we were going to get another Spider-Man game until at least next year. But initially, I was kind of upset. I'm like, is this the sequel that we're getting? That means we're not getting really a direct sequel using Peter Parker from Marvel's Spider-Man? Like, we're not getting that now? Come to find out, this is actually an expansion. It's not a DLC. It's more like that Uncharted expansion that they ended up doing. Uncharted Lost Legacy.
That's what it was called.
But this is a separate thing. We're still getting our sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man, so this is great. I'm really excited. But now, what does this mean for Peter? Now, I know in the comics, Miles Morales becomes Spider-Man after
Peter Parker's dead.
Are they killing off Peter Parker? Because that would really be annoying. Is this a multiverse type thing? Are they both existing in the same game? Which I wouldn't really like. I don't want there to be two Spider-Mans at the same time. I'd rather just have Peter Parker, him die, and then Miles Morales.
Then again, I don't want them to kill Peter Parker yet, because I'm not done with him yet.
I honestly didn't know much about Miles Morales until Into the Spider-Verse. Then I started doing some Google searching and learning more about the character, and Miles Morales is actually a really good character. And knowing Miles Morales and his powers, I take comfort in knowing that it's not just going to be Marvel's Spider-Man and you're playing using Miles Morales' costume and everything else is the same. Like, no, he has different powers. He can turn invisible, shoot, like, plasma out of his hand. So it's going to be, like, a really different experience. It was confirmed that Insomniac Games is actually creating, like, an MCU for video games with Marvel's Spider-Man basically being the Iron Man, kind of kicking off everything. There's been speculation that Marvel's Avengers is actually going to be part of the Marvel Spider-Man thing. I don't really think that's what is going to end up happening. I do think that Marvel's Avengers game is going to be completely separate. I wouldn't be upset to find out that it is connected, and I wonder how they're going to continue with this expanded universe using the video games.
I want an Iron Man game. I think that would be fire.
Marvel's Spider-Man is not only my favorite Spider-Man game, but it's one of my favorite video games, period. I would put it up there with the Arkham games. That's my favorite game series, is the Arkham game series. Played every single one, multiple times, absolutely love them. And if they keep continuing with this, I'm going to play every single one and beat every single one. Now, as for the Spider-Man games that I've played all the ones based off movies, and I played Ultimate Spider-Man. I haven't got a chance to play, I think it's Shattered Dimensions. There's another one. I'll bring it up here that I also haven't played, but I do got to check out.
Take that into consideration.
But I love Marvel's Spider-Man. I beat it at 100%, plus I beat every single DLC that came out for it. Absolutely love the game. I still play it now. Can't wait to play some more of it. But I'm really excited for this Miles Morales game. I loved his introduction in the Spider-Man game. And we're getting this whole new separate thing that we just get to play as him. He looks so badass. Like, that trailer was awesome. They put that Kid Cudi song in the back. It just fit perfect. I love that trailer. But I'm also very happy that we're still getting a sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man, because that end credit scene, there's going to be some Venom coming into play, I think. Like, I can't wait to see that continue. I love the story that they did in Marvel's Spider-Man. One of the best Spider-Man stories we've ever gotten, like, when you compare it even to the movies. Man, how far have we come when it comes to Spider-Man games? You know, we went from this to this to this to this. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to give my thoughts
on Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Be sure to drop down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. If you guys are excited to see this. If you guys are still excited for the sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man. Be sure to catch me on the Power Button podcast. Link will be at the end of the video. Till next time, guys.